Hello, my name is Eddie Ryan and I'm a resident of Elmhurst. I'm very grateful for the opportunity to speak to the Rotary Club of Elmhurst today about an organization which I hold dear for its work in addressing global poverty. This summer, I've been fortunate enough to intern with the Borgen Project, an innovative nonprofit organization that aims to reduce global poverty through advocacy and mobilization at the political level. Currently, 736 million people around the world live in extreme poverty, meaning they live on less than $1.90 per day. And several billion people face impoverished conditions. Remarkably, through initiatives like the UN Millennium Development Goals program, global poverty has actually been cut in half over the past several decades, demonstrating that pressing issues like these are very much resolvable. Nevertheless, the United States consistently earmarks less than 1% of its yearly budget for foreign aid to support the world's poor. In 2003, Borgen Project founder Clint Borgen launched the organization with the vision of building a force to harness the power and wealth of the United States to help the world's poor. After volunteering in Kosovo's refugee camps, Borgen became convinced that the United States was simply not doing enough for the billions of people living in poverty around the globe. Over the past 17 years, the organization has blossomed into a leading voice on the global poverty reduction scene and a robust advocate in nearly every congressional office around the nation. With volunteers in 931 cities nationwide, the Borgen Project utilizes its grassroots presence to advocate for poverty reduction legislation in Congress and to mobilize hundreds of others to do the same. Aside from the humanitarian imperative, helping the world's poor is perfectly in line with U.S. economic and national security interests. As 95% of the world's consumers, of the country's consumers currently reside outside of the United States, the prospect of emerging markets and nations, which experience widespread decreases in poverty, bodes well for American businesses. As people in developing nations move from poverty to the working and middle classes, they gain the ability to purchase our goods, which in turn creates domestic jobs and boosts our economy. Additionally, top military and defense officials, like former Secretary of Defense Robert Gates, consistently state that fostering economic development in poor regions is a much more effective and cost-efficient tool for stabilizing regions than investment in heavy artillery or weaponry. By providing poor regions with financial aid and investing in key programs that target food insecurity, educational disparities, public health crises, the United States effectively protects itself from the national security risks posed by the extremism that often finds fertile ground in such areas. Now, there are a number of ways to get involved with the Borgen Project, whether as an intern, as a volunteer, or even as a contributor to the organization's magazine. I encourage all of you to explore this organization's activities, its mission, and its successes online at https://borgenproject.org. And I would also greatly appreciate any support the Rotary Club is willing to offer. Every individual has the power to enact real, significant change for the world's poor. And again, that website is https://borgenproject.org. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Thank you. Goodbye.